can see, it's a pretty intimidating team of a bunch of dragons. I'm not doing challenge mode, so let's make that very clear. Okay, edited down. And let me look at the team that I currently have versus the team that he has. Okay. So Hustle, Swilus actually probably takes a pretty decent amount from a signal beam, right? But like if it hits me with anything, I'm probably dead. And I probably have other options beyond just Galvantula. Because basically Galvantula would come for this fight to Signal Beams, Wireless, and then Thunderwave stuff. I feel like I can probably get better value out of stuff otherwise. Silk Scarf is always an option, honestly. Just return is really high speed, and I believe I outspeed everything on his team pretty comfortably. Obviously, if I... Oh, his Haxorus isn't even Dragon Dance? That's huge. I thought his Haxorus was Dragon Dance for sure. Okay, so he has a fairly slow team, actually. So I'm pretty sure Flygon is his fastest, right? And that's only base 100. And I mean, like, obviously he hits hard as fuck, but it is interesting that he has a team for pivoting Dragon Tail and then just kind of hitting you hard. Altaria is an issue because Altaria can Cotton Guard and then just sit there for forever. Oh. Sorry. I'm trying to think about what to do and I accidentally punched the mic. Let me move this back over here. So, with that team in mind, Swellow pretty comfortably outspeeds everything. Sorry. I felt that one. I did not mean to hit that mic as hard as I did. And normally my sound protection like protects stuff like that, like even if I like snap or something. But it does not protect against Falcon punching the microphone as hard as you can. So I'll stop trying to keep my hand near my face. That was a wake-up call for y'all. How's it going? Okay, so I think Coop is more likely to come than Galvantula, even though Galvantula has a type advantage against something, just because Coop so hard hits every... That was weird grammar. It hits everything so hard. And I could potentially teach it U-turn to keep the pivots going. He doesn't have like Stealth Rock or anything, right? No. Okay. Watching season 4 of the late game blackout is rough. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Season 4 gets interesting because of that late game, or leading up to that late game blackout from what I remember. So similarly to, well, I would actually, now that I think about it, I was going to say similar to to Galvantula. This would basically only be coming for Zweilous, but I don't think that's true now that I'm thinking about it, because Ice Punch hits literally everything. Brick Break is probably a 2-hit KO, I guess, on Zweilous. But I could just U-turn, get the chip damage that I would need to do, go into, like, Empoleon or something. Probably on the Outrage. Okay, so Primeape seems pretty likely. I don't want to say likely to come, but Primeape seems the most likely to come. Empoleon absolutely is coming because it resists pretty... Okay, well... It does resist, but I have to be careful because he has coverage for Empoleon. Because, like, this is pretty comfortably my best outrage resist that I have, because I think my only other option is Excadrill. And I guess that suffers from the same issue of being weak to Earthquake, right? But I do actually kind of want something that's weak to Earthquake, because I also plan on bringing something that's off the ground to pivot. So I guess I plan on bringing Gyarados, which is fine, because the only electric coverage I see on this team is Thunder Punch from Druddigon. And I wouldn't leave Gyarados in on a Sheer Force Life Orb Druddigon anyway. Okay, so Blue's coming, Gyarados is coming, and Primeape is coming. This is the battle I wanted to potentially debut Bunderscore. Is that a good idea? Outrage, Crunch, Fire Fang, Dragon Tail. Now I kind of wish I would have EV'd this in speed. I EV'd it in HP and attack. But that's because I thought I was facing the Dragon Dance variant of this team, and I didn't realize this variant of this team is just nothing. Yeah, Bun wanted the name of the Cub Bun and a Bun, so I had to get a little creative. But okay, so on this roster that I have, potentially let's work with boxing both Mega and Cooper for now and see what I can potentially change. Because I could pretty easily add Swallow back if I need the speed advantage. But, like, really, my speed advantage is if I outspeed... what, Flygon? I outspeed his entire team? What a... This is a weird dragon composition. I was expecting Dance, I guess. I guess I'm not mad that there's not more Dragon Dance, but this does potentially give me an opportunity to D-Dance setup. Okay, I have an idea, actually. I think similar to how I brought Gyarados against the Electric Gym with the intent of bringing a weakness, I think I'm gonna potentially bust this out. I EV'd this offline, and it's a special it's special Dragonite, which is kind of weird because normally Dragonite is like 100%, but it actually has a pretty usable special attack as well. And because of that and the fact that I'm modest on that one, I thought I might as well try to mix it up and see if I could potentially run that. Okay, so knowing his team is this slow, Perugly actually becomes a little more appealing. I think I need to Move Tutor and this thing's Move Tutor and Heart Scale stuff, but outspeeding everything, like, guaranteed, right? Because I'm base 115 and actually I believe these. I'm actually not 100% sure about that, but I naturally outspeed pretty much everything on his team anyway, I think. Unless Brave is minus speed nature. So let me withdraw Perugly for right now. because his special attackers are only Flygon. And I guess Altaria, but Flygon's the more offensive. Altaria's kind of looks like it just is designed to sit there. Yeah, I like this song. This is nice. Okay. Ooh, honestly, I mean, this Rapidash kind of outs you, right? Oops. Okay. His Rapidash is base 105, Flygon's base 100. I believe all the Haxorus and Altaria are 80. Okay. Yo, what's going on? Alpha Nugget, thank you for a raid. How's it going, everyone? I'm Cio. I'm team building right now, so, sorry, let me, Alpha... How's it going, everyone? We are chilling. Hope y'all had a good stream. Oh, lots of new friends. Welcome in, everyone. How's it going? Cat Jerky, Kitty Cat Meow, Sleepy Julie, Emo Payman, What's It, Cat Jerky, Totally Not Milton. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm Cio. I don't know why Nightbot freaked out on that shout out, but what were you up to, Alpha? Thank you for everything. Thank you for the follows. We are trying to plan for Drayden right now. The team on screen. He's the 7th gym leader. He's playing Pokemon Shield. What were you up to, Annette? Yeah, I don't know why Nightbot freaked out, but hope Shield went well. I haven't actually played Gen 8 yet, even though I'm hanging out in the category for it, but it's because most people I've noticed tend to hang out. God damn, I forgot to switch in my fly Pokemon. So I'm a little nervous because this is the farthest I've been in this game, kind of by a mile. And I've only battled Drayden once before, and he not in. So I am a little scared of this team. I thought I was going to be planning for more of like a Dragon Dance team, but it looks like it's like a really slow but hard-hitting Dragon team. Because that's not what I was expecting. Yeah, enjoy the lurk. Thank you again. Have a good one. I think I need to box Primate for now, even though I am planning on bringing Primate, just because I need to get Swallow back so I can fly. So I don't actually know if we're going to be battling Drayden tonight, just because I do kind of have a lot of prep to do. Yeah, his Altaria is a little iffy. I don't really have like the best answers for it right now either, because as you can see, I have a Beartic, but my Beartic's physical, and it's not really worth it to try to run like Ice Carp or anything. I do... Is this loud? This feels a little loud. Yeah, it felt a little loud. Okay. I do have the TM for Hidden Power in this game, so I'm gonna actually try to do a little bit of running around here and see if I can try to optimize this team a bit. And I guess as a heads up for the raid, I do also have rare candies hacked in, just so I can try to get everything up to level. I don't have anything else touched on the save file because I want to try to keep this as true to form, and honestly, I didn't hack in rare candies until today. I haven't tried yet, so I guess that's why I feel the need to clarify, because I'm pretty sure most Pokemon streamers do that and don't really even say anything about it, but Team for just a sec while we're going through all of this stuff. Okay, so first things first, can I teach you fake out again? I can. Do I need fake out in this fight though? Because I'm already pretty fucking fast. I don't know if I need... like, I came here to teach it fake out again, but I don't know if I actually need fake out again. Okay, so maybe that would be the moveset for Perugly if I were to bring it. I don't think Dratini / Dragonair learn anything that's super helpful. Well, agility is kind of interesting. Because I'm not using fucking like flamethrower or anything, right? Flamethrower is a TM, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I can just teach over it. Okay. So that gives me a potential win condition if I like have some of his dragons weakened or something. Also, what hidden power does Dragonair have? Hidden power dragon. That's not helpful. Blue has HP ice, right? Okay. That is helpful. Nothing else on this team would use hidden power. Okay. So let's go ahead and reteach Ice Fang. Over Aquatail, I guess. Because I'm probably going to be teaching you Waterfall soon anyway, right? Okay. Is there anything else that you should learn, Gyarados? Okay. Okay. And then I think the best course of action for Beartic is to teach it Ice Punch as well. So that way I can guarantee 100% accurate ice coverage if I need it. And then I can also just risk the Icicle Crash if I like need the extra little bit of damage or a flinch or something. Shoot. Okay, probably over strength actually, so I gotta go to the move deleter real quick. Okay, I mean, I feel like we're at least starting to build a more... I'm also pretty scared of the gym leading up to Drayden, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build my movesets for Drayden right now. and then I'll avoid leveling everyone up to 56 until I, like, for sure have everyone cleared out. Because I'm pretty sure you actually have to battle, like, every trainer in Drayden's gym. You've been able to get away with not doing that for most of the game, honestly, but I don't think there's really any getting around it for this one. I also forgot that I taught Beartick Yawn, which is pretty nice, because if I'm in a position where I know I can take a hit on something, I can potentially yawn it, pivot around, and then potentially set up. I don't want to like rely on setup as my main strategy, but I do want setup as an option, especially seeing how slow he is. Because if I could just overpower him and not have to take hits, I think that would be the best course of action, honestly. So Drayden has what, Yachi Berry on Altaria, and that's the only ice coverage resist he has. Okay, so I don't think that I'm gonna bring Perugly, even though it does outspeed the team and can get off like charms and stuff. Just because I think it is a little bit of a liability. That Haxorus is boosted outrage, that's so scary. Okay, so Empoleon, Gyarados, Dragonite by the time it's battling Drayden. It'll be a Dragonair up until then, which is a little unfortunate, but I think I can make do. Beartick. So what is this for struggle against? I would like another switch into dragon hits, if possible. Potentially a special answer. No, I already have a special answer to his team. This is a hard battle to prep for. Okay. Is it worth bringing up Ponyta into a Rapidash to be able to just like spread burns on stuff? Because in Gen 5, the only thing that resists Dragon is Steel. I think it's only Steel. Both my Steel types are weak to a lot of ground coverage, which everything seems to have. Staryu, do you get Ice Beam by level up? I don't think so, but... Use a Water Stone, Staryu... Oh, Gen 5, please. It's Power Gem at 51, which is interesting. And Reflect type, which is horrible. At least for this gem. It does learn Ice Beam, but it learns it by TM, which isn't super helpful right now. Okay. Staryu, your time is coming, but I don't think it's right now. Audino, do you learn anything that could prove helpful right now? No. So you would basically be running the same set. Maybe Protect also. Return, Encore. I guess I could see if you have anything available by Move Tutor. Return, Encore, Protect. If I could get like Toxic, that would be really nice, and I could just use that, you know, but I don't think Toxic is available yet. Or if it is, I have not seen it. If I wanted to get Yawn off of Beartick, I could put Yawn and Audino over Thunderwave. Return, Encore, Yawn, Protect. I mean, that's a pretty decent move set, honestly. I think that might be... I feel like of my defensive options, this is not a bad option. Now that I have Move Tutors available, I can forget Heal Bell. I've hit a long time, but I can actually freely forget stuff pretty much now. Okay, so I have a Sleep Inducer, and I have potential options. Okay, so the one thing that's hella risky about doing setup is everything on his team has Dragon Tail, right? Because that's the TM he gives away. And if I get hit with a Dragon Tail, it suddenly makes setup pretty hard. So maybe setup isn't the way to go here. Like, I could potentially get away with setup, like minor setup. Well, okay. Let me think about this. Because the team I would be bringing theoretically right now is Empoleon, Gyarados, Beartic, Dragonite, Audino, and Primeape. And I feel like Audino sorta handles. Wait, why is this only showing 3 of the 6? No. Okay. Sorry, I thought y'all could see that, but this is the team that we're battling, or about to battle. I think of the team that I have right now, Blue is an incredibly important defensive pivot in this fight, because they're basically relying on coverage options to hit me, and the only coverage options right now that I see that I'm afraid of would be Drayden and Haxorus too. I handle Altaria fairly well, which is actually pretty good since so Empoleon is like an absolute bring no matter what. Gyarados is a very good Intimidate. It's pretty specially bulky. It's an EQ and immunity, which also helps out against Empoleon, and the only electric coverage is Drayden. So Gyarados seems pretty mandatory as well. Dragonair is going to be a Dragonite by the time this fight starts. 6, if I remember right. Let me confirm that, I guess, before I plan around it and then it doesn't. I'm pretty sure I saw Desert Evolves right before the level cap in this fight. Level 55. Nice. Okay. It's not worth delaying a level. No. Alright, so Dragonair will be a Dragonite by the time this fight starts, which gives me Dragon Flying, which gives me another ground immunity actually. Does give me more of a weakness to his Altaria, but I think between Underscore Blue I'm thinking the strategy is starting to come together. Let me fly back to Opal Lucid, I guess. Box Cooper, pull out Primeape, who I believe has everything all settled now. So also kind of the nice thing about this Audino with Encore in this fight, right? And something I actually get to show off is because Dragon Tail is a negative priority move. If I go for Encore, like say I switch in on say I switch in on a Draco Meteor, right? And like take it after he goes -2 and he tries to go for a Dragon Tail to phase me out into something else. If I Encore him on the turn that he goes my Encore goes first, I'll actually end up going for Draco again, which could still hurt, but if he's -4, that could be a decent opportunity to set up on him with something. I don't actually know if I need Yawn on. I do need Protect, though. If I get too far into this, let me put that on there. Okay. So, let's go ahead, hide Firefox again. Let's me fly back to Opelucid and actually try to plan for something. I'm feeling okay about the team build. I think this team represents a good mix of offense and defense for him. I'm bringing important things, but I have potential sacks if I need them. But we're not going to think about that because we're just going to get through it and not need the sacks. Especially with Regenerator. And Excadrill just like straight up doesn't really help me in this fight at all, right? Outside of being a resist for Outrage, which is helpful, but like I would rather use the Excadrill offensively. I'm just so nervous about bringing Snorlax because it is so slow and everything on his team hits so hard, and Snorlax's better stat is Spadef. But I don't know if it's necessarily better than Audino. That Audino slot is the one like a little iffy on if I need to just go more offensive. But I think having a potential pivot is important, especially since my Audino will be pretty fast by the time it gets through there. Alternatively, if I'm looking for a defensive option, I could bring Shuckle, right? He has pretty decent coverage against Shuckle, though. Your time is not yet, Shuckle. Soon. Soon, little guy. I guess I do have a chance right now, but I don't really have a way to like I just spam Shadow Ball. Yeah. Okay. Team I bring to Drayden. This seems like I have the mix of offense and defense that I need. I guess alternatively, I could swap out for Excadrill, because that gives me my other Dragon Resist. makes it so I don't have to take... I don't know about switching out Beartick, though. Like, that's a lot of hard-hitting offense that I'm switching out to be a lot more passive against his team. I think between Empoleon, Gyarados, and Audino, I actually have fairly decent pivots for stuff. I may need to see if I just straight up need to kill that Violite Zweilous with Primate. Or potentially even fucking... I'd probably rather not lead Beartick outright, but if I need to, I can, right? Okay. I think the more I'm looking at this team, the more this team makes sense. And that's the main thing I look for with my team builds, even if they're a little, like, not conventional at times. And I'll just level you up to level 50 right now. Heal Pulse is actually pretty good in doubles, but... say no double sleep. Yeah, him. I've been pretty... That's part of the reason I've really liked playing through Blaze Black, because it's been a good mix of, like, still having a challenging single-player game, but also needing to incorporate some of my competitive knowledge, and just, like, how team building generally works. Double edge, no thanks. Okay. So now with Cosmic up to proper level, it looks like it fits in this team, right? Defensive pivot, defensive pivot, defensive pivot, offensive pivot, hard-hitting nuke physically, surprisingly hard-hitting nuke specially, also have backup set up here. General plan for the actual team that he has. This loads up right window, right? Okay. General plan for his team. If he's gonna lead this Violite Zweilous with Outrage, Crunch, Fire Fang, and Dragon Tail, I think my best play is to probably just lead Primate. If I U-turn, that basically forces him to go for one of his dragon moves, which gives me a pivot into Audino, because if he goes for an Outrage, I can just pivot out into Empoleon after that, or stall it out with Protect, right, because that's another reason why I put it on there. And then that gives me an opportunity to save Primate in the back, because Primate outspeeds everything on his team and can clean up with Ice Punch if I need it to. And then from there, I can basically just play around my pivots and try to get Gyarados in to intimidate things and fire off Ice Fangs as needed. The Druddigon. Sheer Force Life Orb. If it starts going for Outrage, and that's the one thing that actually has leverage. So see, this is where Excadrill could be kind of, well, no, not really, because like I would pivot into Thunder Punch and pivot into Gyarados on a Fire Punch, but like I can't really do that too many times either, because if he starts going, it really hurts. So that would probably be another situation where That would need to be one where I would need to get in one of the nukes and just hit it. Probably Dragonite at that point. Because there's only so many times I can use pivot into bully in this fight, so I do need to try to spread the balance out over my team. The Flygon looks scary, but if I can pivot Empoleon and Gyarados for it, and then I think if things just get scary in terms of needing to pivot, I can pivot into Audino, because I've gotten to use Audino kind of a lot in this playthrough. If I did need to sack something, Audino could come in, get a Yawn off, potentially Yawn Protect, depending on if it lives. Because I would say because I'm going to be switching it around so much in this fight, Regenerator is also going to be pretty helpful, I think. Okay, so let's think. He has a Violet, Life Orb, White Herb, Yachi Berry, and Dragon Gem. And I currently have Leftovers, which is probably going to stay on Empoleon with how much it has to switch in. I'll probably also give Leftovers to Audino. Wide Lens on Gyarados, which isn't the worst. So I don't miss Ice Fangs, but isn't the most helpful. Expert Belt on Beartick makes a lot of sense. End up staying. I'm actually fairly bulky too, so like if I need to take one hit, I should be able to. I'm a little nervous about that speed. Do I... Okay. Hold on. Do I teach... It's on Gyarados over Dragon Dance? Which then lets Beartick, Swift, everything. That sounds pretty good, right? The idea is to Dragon Dance on Gyarados, and then what, spam Ice Fang? I think I would much rather set up the rain, even potentially buy the rock for the rain. Okay. I think I like that. I was a little unsold on Gyarados for this battle, because while Dragon is really, really good, Dragon Dance on this specific set doesn't really, like, help me a ton in this fight. Like, not as much as other setup would, I guess. So let's box for now, buddy. Cause to Drift Veil. Swallow, where are you? I think this also gives Gyarados a little when it's in beyond just potentially click Ice Fang, which is nice. Rain also weakens all of his fire coverage, which he has an like he has an obscene amount of fire coverage. Jesus. I guess it makes sense because steel is the only thing that resists dragon, right? So might as well have everything on your team have some kind of fire coverage. Pretty sure Gyarados learns Rain Dance by level up, so I don't have to actually buy the game. For the first time in Pokemon history, someone is forgetting Dragon Dance on Gyarados to teach it Rain Dance. Okay. So next I can fly to... shit, what town had the... Anyway, I should have... Yeah, I had the opportunity to. I forget which shop has the rocks that extend the... I'm gonna try to fly around and find those now. I think it's Lentimus Town. Oh, let me minimize that and minimize Drayden's team as well. Hey, it was this one, nice. By Damp Rock because that'll give me another 3 turns of rain. And right, manual rain is obviously not ideal, but like it is potentially more beneficial to me in this fight, I think, as well as more likely for me to set up and do than a Dragon Dance sweep. So I'll go ahead and buy the Heat Rock and Icy Rock as well. I don't think I like need them, but I guess you never know. I could get some sick hail team. Said nobody ever. One of the first teams I actually tried to play on Pokemon Showdown in Gen 7 was a Hail team with all Ninetales and what did I use as my Hail? Did I use Beartic as my Hail sweeper? I don't know. Otherwise. Item, give... God, this team is wild. I think it'll work though. Like, I think this team does everything that I need it to do. It's just this is a very interesting team. And this is Dragonair / Dragon. Do I have the Dragon Plate? Splash Plate. Metronome might not be bad because I'll basically just use Dragon Pulse after I set up an agility potentially. Bless you. I do have 3 Dragon Gems. Probably worth giving Dragonair a Dragon Gem. Because Dragon Pulse boosted by a Dragon Gem probably takes out at least one thing on his team. Especially since he doesn't really have great, like, special Dragon Walls. which is another reason why I kind of wanted to try Special Dragonite, because I think Special might actually do kind of a decent amount. Expert Belt is fine. Item, I'll just give you leftovers as well, probably. I do have Draco Plate, though. I'll have to probably run some calcs and see if Draco Plate is better than Dragon Gem. Like if I want the consistent 1.2 times boost, or if I want 1.5 times boost. I think the gem is better. I'll run some calcs offline and see. I'm actually kind of excited Audino's back. Something in the box might have it still. Whoops. I cannot find it, and I'm pretty sure Primeape has them actually. Alright, so I think that detour to make. I don't actually know if I end up using Rain Dance in the fight, but I think I talked myself into it's being helpful, but not like mandatory in this fight. Especially compared to trying to help out Beartic and just trying to maximize rain turns with ice moves. Especially if I can actually get in a position where they're down or has its Yachi Berry like not activated, because that could be a potential spot for me to just and kind of come in and punch stuff as hard as I can. Box Coop, pull out Primeape, get leftovers, and Primeape. Okay. I guess also worth mentioning, by the way, I do have this boy, the little shiny Eevee. I forgot that we picked up the shiny Eevee during grinding. I think the team I have is pretty good for Drayden, so I don't want to mess with it, because I think the only thing that would really potentially help me more with Drayden is Glaceon. Glaceon really helps me outside of Drayden. Because they have an ice gym after that, and then a bunch of battles against ice type trainers in Team Plasma. And yeah, quickly talked myself out of Glaceon. Let's go ahead and save. I think this team that I have is gonna be pretty good though. Let me update the layout, and then I will review everything one last time just to make sure. Galvantula is out and Audino is in. Welcome back. Okay, Adino, Gyarados, Swellow is out. And what is it? No. Yeah. I'll add Dragon. Oh, I don't actually have the sprite for Dragonair. Whoops. Well, while I'm trying to get the sprite for that, I guess we will review and just make sure we didn't miss anything here. So first things first, we have a modest Empoleon with leftovers. Water Steel's really good, so I'm going to try to use it pretty defensively. But it does have Surf, Flash Cannon, Aqua Jet, and Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice is going to be my main offense in this fight if I'm using it offensively, but Aqua Jet could be off if I'm desperate need of it, I guess. And Flash Cannon hits I think everything neutrally, actually, which is nice. Intimidate Gyarados with holding a Damp Rock. It has Spring Dance, which I'm a little nervous about, but I think Manual Rain for the team member actually helps a lot. So I had taught it for Dragon Dance because I think setting up the rain for Swift Swim Bear Tick is going to be very helpful in this fight. So boosts his speed and rain about to 150, and I think at 150 he pretty comfortably outspeeds everything without question on Drayden's team, especially since he's not the Dragon Dance variant of this build. So the Dragon Dance team seems to be the challenge mode team, thankfully. So if I'm able to get in with Bear Tick and can Ice Punch or Icicle Crash if I need to, the goal would be to Ice Punch. But if I need to for the extra damage, I have it on there. I also have on it in last ditch effort and need to just put something to sleep so something else on the team can take care of it. I have that option. It's not main option. I will basically be trying to quick Ice Punch. Sorry, I'm gonna quick to win this fight. Is Dragonair, who I actually just downloaded the sprite for as I was stalling for that. So let me go ahead and actually put that in. Nope, that's the other one. Soon. I guess I could theoretically level you up to a Dragonite right now, actually, because you do evolve at 55 and I don't need to hold you for anything, but I really like the way Dragonair looks on the layout. We'll go ahead and hold Dragonair on the layout for a little bit. Before I do any meaningful battles, I'll evolve it into a Dragonite, but for now, it'll be a Dragon Gem Dragonair. I'll wait to take off also until I actually get to Drayden, but I kind of just wanted to put the idea of what I had here, and I think this works. Special attacking Dragonite, interesting, but Dragon Pulse is pretty goddamn powerful. Agility allows me to outspeed everything on his team if I need to, and then Light Screen is there for potential screen setup. I'll maybe actually see if I can teach it Reflect also, and I could just with Dragon Pulse, because I don't actually need another attacking move in this fight, but I don't think I would have taught it already. Is Audino, who has Return, Encore, Yawn, and Protect in this fight. Again, if I need to pivot around and put something to sleep, I am more interested in stuff if I can, because depending on what I can Encore lock, I can potentially try to pivot around and sweep with some other stuff. Like if he starts with Flygon, for instance, and I'm able to pivot in on Audino and Encore lock him into Drayden -6, I could pretty easily pivot around, set up the rain, and potentially try to sweep from there. there for damage if I need it, I guess. Primate outspeeds everything on his team, so it's probably going to be the lead in this battle, and I'm just going to back on the Zweilous and try to do good damage on it. Brick Break hits Zweilous really hard. If I can research it and see if I echo, I'll go for that. And then Ice Punch and Strength are just decent coverage for everything else. But I feel pretty decent about this team build. I'm going to take the Drayden Gem Smoke just to make sure nothing silly happens, but I would really rather not like grind through them if I don't need to. Dragon Gem off. I should give Dragonair the Dragon Plate or Draco Plate or whatever it is. I think the gem is better for Drayden, but since I have a couple of trainers to do before Drayden, yeah. Okay, yeah. And the only other thing I was gonna do is try to see if I could teach to Dragonite. I can't, but I can teach it on Audino. Worth it? Okay, but what do I forget on this? Holy shit. Do I go non-attacking Audino? Protect, Encore, Yawn, and Protect? Oh, that's so risky. Oh, but I kind of love it. Okay. Because, like, the only thing I'm returning in this fight is something where I'm anyway. And I feel like if I'm staying in, trying to set up a Reflect for my team makes a little bit more sense. Alright. Pokemon gods. I'm running an Audino without an attacking move, but I guess this is just prepping me for Shuckle, right? Shucklehead, what we'll call it. Drayden's 56, right? Pull this up into a Dragonite tonight. Into a Dragonite tonight. Okay. We also still have a couple of encounters, but I think I'll save those until let's go ahead and level up Dragonite real quick. I guess this also helps me see if I do, but be careful, don't level up anything too fast. 51. Oh yeah, no problem, Rev. If you want more feedback, I'd be happy to in the future. Let's learn Safeguard doesn't help me. It is interesting, but it doesn't help me in this fight. Alright. Smoke, level 55. Evolving. Cool. I mean, I guess that's slightly helpful in this fight. I guess this is okay. I punched the mic again. I need to stop doing that. I guess that's slightly more helpful in this fight than Thunder, because if I run out of PP on or Dragon Pulse for whatever reason, Wing Attack Dragons than Thunderbolt does. And I also have the TM for Thunderbolt if I want to teach it again, so. Okay. So I don't want to accidentally overlevel anything. And check out Smoke. The new Dragonite scale. Nice. Okay. I was really hoping for multi-scale, because multi-scale makes it much easier to set up. Multi-scale, as this describes, is not like very descriptive, but it's a huge nerf to damage if you're at full health, to the point where like I could come in and take an Ice Beam from full and set up on something if I want to. It's a pretty big deal, honestly, and I'm pretty excited about it because I've never actually gotten to use multi-scale Dragonite. This 172 special attack, 144 attack. That Dragon Pulse, oh goddamn hard. So now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really need an offensive move on Audino anyway, because it's like Primeape's offensive pivot, Gyarados is like mid-ground. It has offense, but it's mostly there to intimidate and set up the rain. Audino's obviously 100% defensive pivot. Leon is more on the defensive side of pivots, but does have HP Ice, which could come in handy this fight. Dragonite is pretty offensive, which I think will help in this fight as well. Especially if I can keep it healthy with multi-scale and stuff. Because if I get any especially if the team's like weakened at all, I think good opportunity for me. But I think this is gonna go for me for the night. The laptop is kind of struggling right now, and I'm kind of at the point where I think I've done all the planning I need to do for this fight. But let me go ahead and look for a raid target real quick. Thank y'all for hanging out tonight. This is a fun stream. I was able to get a little bit of design stuff done, and we got a lot of team planning done, which is nice and important. Let's go ahead and see if we can find a Pokemon raid tonight, maybe? I don't normally raid Pokemon stuff, but is there anyone playing Pokemon Black? Let's see. Yeah, have a good evening, everyone. I'm trying to find a raid target for us if you would like to stick around, get some raid points and stuff. Okay. So I think we're gonna go ahead and try to make a new friend tonight. I think she seems to be playing Black 1, but might as well keep it within the same game genre, right? Okay. Is it gonna work? Let's see. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Digital Christine, it looks like. She is playing through Pokemon Black right now. I don't know if she's doing a Nuzlocke, I don't know if she's kinda hanging out, but she's the first person I see that's playing our gen of Pokemon that we were playing, so we're gonna go ahead and share the love over there. Have a good night, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow. Bun's gonna be playing Kingdom Hearts. I'll be playing, actually, we'll probably just do a repeat of today's stream, honestly, where I do a little bit of Lunar Magic and then switch over to Blaze Black. Depending on how difficult the race level is, we may be doing the race level as well. I don't 100% know, honestly, because if it's a hard race level, I might have to back out, but we'll see. We'll give it our best shot, right? But thank y'all for hanging out. It means a lot, especially when these streams go a little bit later than I'm used to them going. Go ahead and spam CO Kidlet. Well, don't spam.